ordering some Model A luggage rack strips. So the first thing that we did, we put them in a base color, and then we matched that base color to the one mentioned in this book, walnut base coat. And then we also picked out our wood grain based on page 11 here, walnut plate grain. So we're all set up, and we're going to start applying our pattern. So I've inked up my plate. I will take my roller and pick up some of that. Now I have it here on my roller. I'm just going to start printing it on right from this end here. I'm going to roll it down, and then I'm going to don't lift it or move it. I'm just going to rock the part, roll it back so I can get this edge. And then I'm going to just come back. You hopefully can see that there's a little, there's some print left. I'm going to put that print on this next edge. That way I get this whole little section. Roll that down. Okay, good. Now always clean off your roller on your paper before your next print. So between sections, you notice we only got so far because our roller's only so big. So we use magic blending paper or sandpaper, it's in your kit, and a magnet. So we'll just put this here to where we got, place it down. I'll hold it in place with the magnet. I don't want it to slip around. And this sandpaper is just textured enough so that it will not mar the fresh print underneath. Also, it's not absorbent, so it will not soak up any of that ink and make a light spot. So that's a good between each section barrier. And what we really want is a perfect clean line here to lay down our next section. So I'm going to take this paper towel. There's no solvent or anything, it's just paper towel. And I'm just going to wipe this ink off because I want a nice clean line. Okay, now I'm ready to put my next section. So I get my next section, put it right down, roll it, rock it, roll it, and all the way over here. Get this edge. Okay, clean your roller. Always got to clean your roller. If you don't clean your roller, you're going to come back and your next section is going to be darker than your first section, and you never get that to blend. So if you forget, just wipe it off, start over again. But so here's our two sections. You can see we have to do a little blending. So that's where these things come in. So I'm going to use this pencil, and I don't really want to add any ink. I just really want to move some of the ink that's already there. You can use the pencil, the eraser part, the wooden part. You could use the brush, if it's dry, you don't want to put ink on it right away because you're moving the ink. Oh yeah, that's working good, so I'm going to go with that. Just move some of this ink back and forth across that line until there's no visible line. So as long as your eye doesn't go straight to it, then it's a good blend. Now I'm gonna add just a tiny bit. When you're adding ink, you really don't want hardly any ink on your brush. Just add a little bit here. Make that nice and seamless. Double dab. That looks good. So now I'm ready to go on. Again with the sandpaper, always to the edge. Use your magnet. You don't want it slipping around. It will scratch. It'll make little scratchy marks, so don't let it slip around. Wipe off the excess. You already cleaned your roller. Now I'm going to have to re-ink my plate because I used up the ink that was in the etchings. When you ink your plate, always do it the same pressure so that you get the same amount of ink in the etching so that you get the same consistent print. Okay. It's looking good. Here's our little blend line, which you can see right here. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to make sure I got all the ink off of it. Just want to move some of this around. touch up any little bubble marks or any little thing. And then when you're happy with it, you can set it aside, let it dry, and then later, probably you'll come back and clear coat it. So we'll set that aside and we'll start on the next one.